Right, there we go. We've arrived. We're back. We're streaming Saturday. Hopefully everyone is well. Audio levels. Yay. Still suspicious of my setup. Let's go a little bit quicker, it's Jim. Ramp, okay. Classics. This is more about how than anything else. If you want to take the really terrible trade. Ramp. Fine. Classic affecting ramp. Right, so need to run this. Go here. So don't. Yak's in danger of giving his overdraw at the moment, which I'm not a colossal fan of. Sonny, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. We're just going to have to eat Yak, I think. I hope it doesn't overdraw us into oblivion. We're leaving it open because we'd quite like our opponent to remove it before we have to do it ourselves. I want to conveniently drop a unit that I can sickle then rush. That'd be good. Hopefully you are well. It's nice to see a video from you. I always happy to see stuff occurring. We miss you. Okay. Hipper, you say? Right, okay. I'll just put a little Seahawk in a corner and move on. Sure. Wow. Big Schwab. The boom. What? Oh no, it's just going unbelievably slowly. Giving me a heart attack there. That was extremely slow. Yeah, this is the Sov US from my YouTube video. So this is my Kamchatka Air. Big old Soviet bear in the air. Although I have a deck that I'm cooking at the moment that you can have a look at in a minute because I need your advice. I may have picked up Eagle Day. I'm not quite sure what took me, but you know, it happens. Cobra survives the trade, which gets us all the good stuff and 5 damage to face. And obviously we have out with the old, so be strong. Barons. Ah, there's the salamander. Oh, thankfully we have another cobra. And a yak to go with it. Potential, fine. Makes no odds to me. Wait, damage? I mean, you can. You're Germany. No, you can. Right, it's over. Low strike group. Hey, cool. Excellent. I've got, like, my deck building massive. So, we're doing okay. We chill. We chilling in the top 1,000, which is as high I want to get. This is my fever dream, which I had and come round from my episode of paralysis. So, need to know if I'm missing anything. This is me attempting Eagle Day. So obviously we have 2 copies of Eagle Day. I'm not sure. Do I need 3? It feels like 3 would be too many. We've got some ramp, pile of removal, and basically a whole bunch of random draw from Arado, Suppression with Arado, Jaeger Regiment, or Freedom onto anything I don't care because it draws. Enemy spotted, which I'm still not sure about, but it just feels like it's better than Enigma because Enigma is so slow, expensive. Gunship mission because there's a lot of burn out there at the minute. Reich Research is another way to set up the credits, obviously. Salamander because Salamander. Herpits and Crossfire because... So, that is debatable. I'm curious as to suggestions as to what you'd replace it with. I originally was running 4 Choco Boys just to thin the deck. Which I am quite tempted by, but I would need to cut 2 more cards. And I'm not sure where I'd cut them, because 4 Choco Boys. Alright, so I'd need 1 more card, because if we punt enemy spotted, because I'm thinking, like, a big part of me is on just running... Oh god, it's terrible. I have, like, 11 units and 27 orders, and a countermeasure. Like, we have no bodies. Which feels... Building combo decks, it's not my thing. But I have people here who know what they're doing, which is helpful. But I am very tempted by the Choco Boys just because it thins the deck. But I don't know, is deck thinning actually that good in this? I mean, it gets 4 cards out of the deck, which in theory gets us there faster. Obviously, there's the draw tanks from Germany are tempting, but what do you fit them in around? Do I actually need 2 Junkers? Or do we just need 1 because it's a thing? Again, I'm always it's the how many backups do you need for your backup? I mean, Lord help me, I'm sort of tempted to cut Comet. Obviously, our big targets are Henschel, the 2 Junkers, and the Schwalbe are just the big boys to hit things in the face with. Everything else is surviving long enough, drawing enough cards to get there. Gunship mission is very questionable, but I think we need some kind of healing. Same for we can do it. Healing and draw, but very expensive healing and draw. Although I suppose if we're ramping, we're going to have the credits. It's just finicky figuring out how I want to get to things. Like I just want to make my deck as tiny as possible. Yeah, I mean, for goodness sake. I'm always a bit. So my only thing about the Panzer 3H in any form of combo deck is the fact that sometimes it's going to pick up 3 cards. They're all going to be cards you want, and 2 of them are locked to the bottom of your deck, which feels like it just fitting your own combo breaker, but probably worth a go. So let's cut Comet because we probably don't need it. Got at least 1 gunship because whether 738's doing any good or whether we're better off just going with the draw tank. Sort of tempted to just go with the 38A over Jaeger. I mean, it's true, we are just ramping. I suppose we could just play a lot more of the actual body. I mean, if we're going in that direction, is the whole retribution nonsense worth a look? I'm in particular thinking about the infantry. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of decent targets, aren't there? It would allow us to re-proc things. It's very expensive. Is it just me, though, who thinks this needs to be like a credit cheaper to be any good? Sonny has disappeared, which I suspect means Sonny has disappeared into Sonny's client and is currently trying to build Eagle Day. If that is the case and I distracted you from life or work, I'm very sorry. Right, so let's cut enemy spotted. I'm just in a meme kind of a mood. I like Wolf Pack because it slows the opponent down. I like Turpits because it slows the opponent down. No, we need bodies that draw. If we're going to do this more ramp based, we need bodies that. So, Jaeger regiment's a body that draws. More targets for full freedom, which would be good. What else? Bergman's not going to draw because we're not converting anything. You go the Le Terrible route, but it feels. I mean, I know it worked for you, Core, but it still feels kind of clunky. I feel like 38T's got to be worth at least a couple of slots because it's just pulling us body. So let's. We're not going to need 4 suppression. We only need ideally 1. Bodies. Yeah, you go. Right, what we're looking like now. So now I've got 15 units. Let's cut the gunship missions because still very I'm sort of convinced that Choco Boys is the right call to just get 4 cards out of the deck. We can just find 2 more cards. We can do it's probably good for a little bit of emergency heal. Is capitulation really necessary? I mean, how often are you going to be seeing turn 8? I think I might have lost my mind if I remove capitulation, though. Because it's such a strong... I think it's the Jaeger boys. No, not the Allies. Right. Alright, the only way I'm going to know whether this even remotely works, go try. So, let's go try it. Jump into the top 1000 on quite possibly... I've got a level. This is the opportunity for me to just completely and utterly, like, do random stuff, which is a mode that I'm currently in. If I want to climb, I know the decks that I'm on, but I haven't really got anything to climb for, so we're chilling. Which I think is good. I do have some more considered and thoughtful cards related videos, which I might sort of want to post at some point in the near future, but I don't quite know. Right. We begin by doing the thing that I said I wanted to do. We can get bodies and thin. Since our opponent is probably not doing anything massively interesting. Not seeing any ramp, which is frankly a little... Ah, there we go. Ramp's good. We're starting to see some credit acceleration. Can live with that. We'll start getting proactive if our opponent actually does something. Sure. Do this. Buzz bomb. Huh. Okay. Off one of the boys. Turn it into draw bait. We've got Junkers. So now we need 11 credits and the combo piece. Which would get us basically 10 damage. So we also need to get HQ down. Do I need to throw Bolster in here just for the craziness? Okay. Can we just go fishing? I mean, yes, I could just Windmill Slam it on 7 as well. That is true. Oh no, we'll take you. That is true. We could just Windmill Slam Yonkers on 7. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we could. That's 5. What we on? Ooh, so that's interesting. If you're in a deck where you really want to thin, Choco Boys does work. There's no question about that. I think we just start whittling face here. How much work it does, that's extremely debatable. But it is exceptional deck thinning. It's like running a deck with 3 less cards. Like, they very rarely... The thing about them is they're very much like Alabama in that their effect is such that they very rarely do any harm. Right, suppression's going to be important. That's fine. Do we just windmill slam Junkers because we've got Henschel in hand and see if they've got an answer? Or do we play like sensible human beings or bonds? Surely we play like sensible. I mean, it is true. There's... Oh, Cho doing. Nice to see you. They are turn-off capitulation. That is true. Right. Ooh. I got a lot of burn. Hey, Starry, how you doing? Thank you for coming along, and good morning. I hope it's good where you are. Ah, scheisse. Alright, thin the deck, thin the deck. No, I don't want another Junkers. Oh, this is... Oh, this is very not good, because they're getting closer and closer to Bismarck. Yes, yes, I did. I keep forgetting that I have a multilingual chat, and therefore I can't just get away with swearing in a different language. I do it out of habit, sorry. Oh, 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 oh! Chat, it's happening! Good grief, it actually worked. Sorry, I mean, of course it worked. Clearly, I built a deck and had consultation with the... Obviously, it's going to work. Trust me, I'm a professional. It's just if I've been staring at a word in a language that I speak any of, I tend to occasionally say something or whatever what I'm thinking in the language, and then I was thinking how to swear, and then German came out. It happens. I don't usually curse on. Not that I profess to be child friendly. If your kids are watching this, they probably shouldn't be. But oh, this is better. This is substantially better. All right, this feels a lot better. This feels more like a good start, which means we're going to get completely and utterly destroyed. Not ramping. Japan, France with... Oh. Right then. That's a thing that happened. Sure, why not? Oh, shuffle, bad shuffle. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, it's you wouldn't know. I'm comfortably top 1,000 with a decent elo at the moment. You wouldn't. I truly. Ooh. Surely this is too perfect not to do, right? Like it's too good. It'd be rude. It would be rude not to, correct? Well, yeah. It would be rude not to. Right, you're going to take the time to set me up so efficiently early on in the game. Enrico, how are you doing, my friend? Just be rude not to. I'm glad we did. It saved us some really quite irritating draw option. Nope, it's really bad shuffle. Okay, sure. Woot. You. Alright. Right, we need to do a little bit of pink damage. Although, I say pink damage, basically we need them not to drop a guard. Oh, good lord. Okay. Sure. Yep, we only need 8 credits at this point. Which we will have. So they need healing. It's Sabe! It's gonna make no difference. It'll make literally no difference at all. You can Sabe all you like, because I'm just going to Windmill Slam another Eagle Day. Sabe is finding its way into too many decks that aren't shuffle. I'm on record about this. Is Sabe... The fact that Sabe is an easy include in control decks, along with 4 copies of Dug-In and some Shifting Dock. It's an easy include in Intel with 4 copies of Dug-In and Shifting Dock's already there. Tells you everything about the problem with Sabe at the minute. It's not that Sabe is too strong, it's Sabe is too ubiquitous. Although, I have had 4 today utterly hilarious moments in which my opponents did not realise that Seahawk turns off Sabe. And yes, they were all tremendously satisfying. This is probably some kind of red letter day, though, because this is a bear playing an OTK combo deck. Sort of. This is as clunky and combo-y as I ever get. Oh, to top deck Crossfire. Still work around it. Destroy you. Get the double draw. Take the draw a bit later, actually. I should have gone the other way around with that, but we shall see. Huh. Who knew? Right. So you're gone. You can go back home. Why are you running Kyofu? You don't need the extra shuffle triggers. Also, they're really bad. I suppose, but don't you have better things to do? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. That's not good. That's very not good. That's the mother of all high rolls. Okay, so we have to do this. Because then next turn we have 8 credits, and we're going to need them. Alright. This is going to take a minor miracle. Oh, that'll help. That's going to make this hurt more. I am here to see this hurt more. No! Really do with Crossfire to tidy this up, though, because that's still quite threatening. Of course you have Sabe. Obviously. Why wouldn't you? Yes, unfortunately, the Sabe sadly hit home harder, and we are fishing. Oh, yes, we are fishing. We are not finding. Oh, dear. Well, that's just sad, really. This thing costs 4. Let's sigh. Okay. Almost. Almost, but not. No guard, they still win. I mean, I assume they still win. That was a good capitulate. Once you get to a certain point, it becomes slightly less true. There are some very skilled players out there who have shown that you can beat consistency into shuffle. But most of the time, yeah, you are playing for the high roll. Probably just keep Buzz Bomb at this point. Roll's good, ramps better. Okay. Well, not as we mean to go on. This is such a pretty plane that I wish was, you know, better. Like, it's occasionally good, but it's not what you'd call earth-shatteringly consistent. Why are we fixing Motrice when Sabe exists? I mean, I agree that Motrice could do with being a credit more expensive. But we're getting closer and closer to just... I mean, buffing non-French could be worse, but then you take it off Dragons, which is the only tempo the deck has. You end up at risk of just, unfortunately, murdering the deck, which obviously we don't want to do, while at the same time wanting to figure it. Oh, I agree. Motrice is the key part of the deck. That part I will not argue. Yeah, I think. Motrice is good. I think my thing is I think Motrice needs slowing down, because actually I think Motrice's problem is whatever you put it in. Like, there's plenty of ways. I think you just if you change it to that, you'll just find that the Motrice shift will go to seeing just more zero op options being run. Right. So we're going to suppress you because you're annoying. And we're just going to do this. Because we can. But yeah, I think Motrice could do with a change. Absolutely. But Sabe, I think, also is in need of a gentle trim. I definitely give you that one. I like having Motrice not buff itself, I think, is probably a non-negotiable in whatever change is put in place. I think the absolute heart of it is Motrice should not buff itself. Even if it means making it... I mean, I personally... Stops, thinks, how much can I say? Safe stuff that I can say. I personally would be tempted to have Motrice cost more, have a higher defense, and buff other units, but not itself. I do this. That's a bear's opinion. Like, this far on lines. This far. But that is... Like, Bear's open opinion is I think that would be a fair change. Would be having it be a more expensive, more hardy unit. Maybe drop its attack. That only buffs other units. And just keep the rest of the text the same, and I think Motrice would be fine. If you put it so that it plays somewhere close to Sabe, curve-wise, maybe a turn earlier, I think you start to be where I think you'd want to be. Right, so... Did they have a good answer to Schwalb? I mean, they certainly... So we capitulate this turn. Why did I capitulate? Oh, that's... No, why did I capitulate? Schwalb is not a bomber. Can you tell how often I play this card? I thought it was a bomber and I needed to capitulate to actually get it on the board and win. You may now mock me, mercilessly, for it is deeply deserved. I, in the meantime, shall proceed to win the game the way I should have done last turn. Occasionally, just occasionally, I am an idiot. Alright, Right, this is substantially better than I expected it to be. Someone please help me. Bless you, Sonny. Yeah, I mean, it is true. Just that we streamers occasionally get to be it very publicly and on permanent record. I think I'm going to have to do, like, I need to find out, I'd make myself, like, a cool graphical thing of Bear Plays Eagle. Like, maybe I can put my little bear in for a thumbnail and put this up on YouTube in some form. Bear Plays Eagle Day OTK. No one's going to believe that's true. I can think of at least a couple of people who are going to believe that anyone who says that I'm playing Eagle Day OTK is lying. However, I will say I have applied my trademark hammer to try and make this as consistent as is humanly possible. Of course you are. Then people are going to come and watch. Thanks, Cor. Go for it. Actually, I'd be really interested to see if we can actually get that to go so viral it appears on the Discord. I always find it, if Reddit reaches Discord, like if Reddit opinion gets loud enough that it creeps into Discord, you know you've hit some kind of weird moment. And they look cute, and I should really gold them out, though. It looks so sad with just this one guy being all blinged out. Also, I'm blaming Core for the fact that I ended up blinging my Sauveur deck. It's officially entirely your fault. Although, actually, pushing forward, if these survive to turn 5, I am very tempted to go for the Ultra meme. And see if we can just beat our opponent to death with Choco Boys. Righto then. Oh god, it's buffs. It's buffs OTK, and it can't find its toys. Right, it's time to make a buffs player miserable. Oh no, it's not! They win, because this is ridiculous. However, we are playing Eagle Day, so we can't complain. Pretty much, yeah. Skill issue. God, buffs is a silly card. It's a fun card, but it's a very silly card. Ew. You can stay, though. Yeah, sad face. Okay. And immediately, right? Not finding the orders. I mean, it's a safe bet. I'm not gonna bet against you on that one. It seems like a safe bet. I think we just... Because then next turn we can buff the Arado, remove... So... Maybe not. Okay! And we're off to the races. Okie dokie. Please hold while I activate Missile. Shoo. Be gone. and sub-A regiment. Oh, it's mixed regiment. Not quite. Close, but not quite. Yeah. This is not going to be easy. It makes it substantially easier if they can't find their triggers, though. Fortunate. It's alright, we've got... Okay, so... 3, 4, 5. No, we're going to have to heal. Bad, because until we die. So, we go to 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Are we just dead? 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 3, 4, 5. That work. Yep, math says we die. Okie dokie. Le mathematical certainty. We are definitely seeing the shuffling. I sincerely hope your name is inappropriate. No. Not, honestly. Much better. So, Britain, with a name like this, makes me nervous. Makes me feel like I'm going to see Affected Convoy turn 1. Oh, it's air! Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like to see that. That's cool. Chip away from it. Be able to Procurado. Start ramping. So Jaeger. Oh, we're all in for the draw. That's good. Think you have to take the trade. Brit Germany. Can respect that. So think just remove this. Take the draw. Earmark this thing for death. Speaking of earmarked death. Alright, shall we henschel their henschel? Henschel on henschel action. Only mine's bigger. Granted by 1 point, but it's enough. Oh, you really didn't want to do that. Righto. Oh, you got number 9 commando. Fair enough. Oh, let me change that, because that'll be so there, probably. I'll pull this deck up. This we crafted live on stream. Um, um, I don't want to ramp. Push up. Do I want to put the Henschel down? I mean, got the Yonkers in hand, so it's not doing harm, so we might as well make you have to take the terrible trades. That's legit. Alright. Oh, Buzz Bomb, I do. So what we this. 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 I'm gonna have to body them out. However, 6 is the magic number. Tirpitz. Huge swinged face. Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way because they've got a fighter on board. Right, let me grab this deck list. Fact. Open this deck list so that I want to see most of it, kind of. Throw the deck list in chat. Warning, it's a rich man's deck, because it's an OTK deck. And I will be right back, because I need to go and use the little bear's room. Missing three, both of which are not that important. The 3H, you could probably just run an extra anything that has draw, put another Panzer 38T in, because it's standard, and the Salamander's not needed. You could just run Comet if you've got it, or really anything that draws and is a body, or just is a body, really. You don't need any of the other bits, because really the only absolutely essential parts of this are obviously Eagle Day, lots of ramp, which is the other thing you could do. You could run some extra ramp to short any of the US stuff. But really the key is having both copies of Junkers, Qualb, both of the Henschel and Eagle Day, and then a way to ramp and do it. Not the most complicated of implements ever created, but it does work, apparently. Much to my personal surprise, considering I had absolutely no expectation of this actually being functional. Starting to see why Sunny likes it so much, though. It is kind of cool when it works. Something just satisfying about it. But yeah, there's a lot of subs that you can throw in, as long as you've got the... Oh dear. As long as you've got the core parts, everything else is really an optional extra. Core did a really interesting thing on stream, basically doing a very similar idea, but using Throp as a... well, some of the Throp shell for draw. Speaking of draw, I'd like to start seeing something useful. This is going to be hard pressure. What is this? This is US Sov. It bounce them. This is novel. Do we just drop a Henschel? I mean, it's terrible trade for them, but they have to make it or they take 8 face. And we get to take Colm out, or do we just... No, I think we just bounce this. And draw. Because you want to play it. The thing is, making them play it again is just taking them closer to us being able to explode their HQ. That's fine, we're just getting closer and closer to capitulation. Ramp, please. Sure. You get your draw off. Do 8 to face that they can't really answer. Need the other... Ah, Tirpitz is amazing. Much better. Much, much better. Got the Junkers. Afford to do this. So now they have to make terrible, terrible trades. move this. Then we just Eagle Day the Henschel, right? Yeah, we just Eagle Day the Henschel. And we still have room to draw. Calm's annoying. Alright, though, Henschel answered it. Oh, that's less good. Right. So, got 12 credits to operate with. We need to remove. So, we want to remove you, suppress you, which lets us remove you. Then, for good measure, we're going to suppress you to draw. Ramp in. So now you have to trade. You have to trade twice. Slow you down enough for us to be able to get a win. Pathfinders is actually... Oh, could work in our favour. Need to top deck a win. Right, that's not top decking a win. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, that was closer than I wanted it to be. Little bit of squeaky bum time there. It was tactical application of mathematics. Plus a little bit of luck, which is always helpful. Arado's kind of okay, because we're going second. Everything else, not so much. Arado is okay, because we're going second, because we sort of hope our opponent handily. So they don't. Fine. So, let's find out. Ramp. Yep. Might as well put Arado down, actually. Start planking HQ if they're going to be slow. We haven't found any of our ramp tools. Alright, that's a lie, but we haven't found a useful ramp tool, because War Bonds is just sitting there frustrating me. It's fine. I do like this board. This is one of the better boards that 1939 have done, in my opinion. I think it's quite funky. Although, I suspect it may not be to everyone's taste. Take the damage to face. Stop them from putting anything down, because we are really struggling here. Righty-ho. Not fantastic, but okay. We are 8 cards, so we can afford to chew one more turn. Kind of. And we need to find a way to start dumping hand. Thankfully, 38T would draw us. Depends on what else we pull. Okay, thank you, opponent. That was incredibly civilized of you. Back to the same dilemma, of course, but slightly more body on the board. Right, Eagle Day into... Okay. Oh, I'm slightly worried they're going to have double Eagle Day. That's a problem. Yeah. Well, either they've got it, or we're dead. And we're dead. Or they don't. And we get to live another day. Realistically, either of these things could be true. Pretty sure we're dead. They'd be insane not to do it unless they had it. Surely. Well, they're not windmill slamming it. Right then. Ow. Another card you could definitely consider. Rapid engagement. As noted by Core earlier. You could consider throwing it in there. It would probably do a reasonable job. Oh, we don't want capitulation. Everything else is kind of okay, though. We've got some ramp and we've got some early presence. You do love popping up early, don't you? You want a moment in the sun. Try and get you one. Ruh-roh. Primarily because we also turn that nonsense off. It's shuffle. Oh, for crossfire. Crossfire and a couple more credits and tidy up this. However, we have to survive first. Well, a drawing, always a good sign. Every time one sees shuffle just randomly flinging for cards, it's a good sign. There's the dug-in, though. That might be game. We're a long way from capitulation. Ow. My face. My beautiful, beautiful face. Ow. Shuffle hurts. Legitimately true. Anyway, what's everyone else been playing? I've been playing, obviously, an enormous amount of air decks. Most of you know that this is the case. I've played a lot of Brit-Italy air, and I've played a very large amount of Soviet-US air. And a fair amount, actually, of US-Italy. Thought of air. definitely not frontline with the serial numbers filed off. Quite like Choco Boys here, because they do trade very well into the irritating dragons. They're friends. Right, we're digging like a maniac, so we haven't found any of our triggers. Probably a good sign. Drop this. You. What? Finally, some actual ramp, which we're really going to need. But before we ramp, we're going to need to do something fairly effective to avoid dying, I think. Well, that was a sad feeling raiding brigade, I suspect. Salamander's kinda useful. Use Salamander to start tidying up all the tiny attack units. They don't proc. Okay. So yeah, 4, 5. Right. But it does save us a pile of damage. Saves us 5 damage, so Juan Batista, how you doing, my friend? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we should still be. Oh, we're pulling the app. Fair enough. Did wonder why we hadn't just won. Good to see you. Catch me in the midst of getting repeatedly high rolled. Although I do think I probably need to change the question mark to an exclamation point at this point. I think the deck might have earned it. As crazy ass high roll OTK decks go, this one's not terrible. Thank you for being here, Charleston. I will catch you later. Have a good time, enjoy your cards, and I will doubtless speak to you either here or on Discord. Dynamite, anyone? Sort of wish it exploded, but kind of understand why it does. Straight for Blitz Doctrine. Oh, we have nothing better to do, so get a flying bomb ready. Goodbye. Hmm. All set. Big Choco Boy. Oh, there's the Eagle. So 7 gets us 8. It's not bad. Bounce you. just for the discard more than anything else. Just gonna stall it out. Enemy hand overdraws Panzergren. Okay, so you went for the big old control set out of Germany. Ow. Oh, Turpits. 6 damage, which is alright. We're on our way. Just whittling down. I need to get our opponent down to a leisurely kind of 8 or 10 damage. Seaborne Invasion. Okay. Don't like the card. I think it's far too random, but sure. Do this. The next raid. Go all in on Junkers. Affy is interesting. This is an interesting. US Germany ramp. In a while. Rigging up for double Eagle Day is probably not the worst idea in the world. 11? Yeah. I got 2 knots and 9. We do need control, though. We've got to be able to clear them. But we have the bomber. Clears both the 3. Yeah. Sure. Bunkers on the board. No. On 1 credit short being able to pull it off again. Do it. Is disappointing. Just checking if we had 1 more credit kicking around. Nine cards in hand, so they... Oh, fair enough. What? Okay. Capitulation? World's... Well, that was a very silly way to win a game, but well done, you did win it. Oh, we're definitely climbing some Germany levels. Oh no, we're at the top 1,000. Pointing. Not really, but it is. Well, you're an incredibly ugly starting hand. Disappointing. We back to the same old, same old. We are, aren't we? No, we'll just take the ramp. But this is going to be same old, where we're just going to watch the dig for the shuffle tools. There's Motrice. Dug in? Dug in. Okay. So at least you're not completely insane. Top decking Arado would be really good right about now. No, but take it. Don't want a ramp, needs to actually start trading. Start trying to control the board before they find another Motrice or a Sabe. Block's going to help them get in that direction. So... good. Oh, this isn't great. This is very not good. We can do it would be important right about now. Cavalry Reg. Oh, you didn't find any draw. That's... Ali's not... I think we're dead. Okay, maybe not. We'll be very close dead. Not actually dead. Very nearly dead is not quite the same as very really dead. Although in this case, I doubt it's going to make a difference. We do not have a good answer to that blosh. Which is going to slowly but surely murderize us. Bring me an answer. Nope. An answer too late. Oops. Right, I think we might switch to something a little bit more consistent. Because we are having fun. This is a little bit crazy. No, okay, sure. Right. And I'm probably going to want to go back and check the win rate on the deck to see whether it... let's have a little tidy up. I think you can have your exclamation. I don't feel like anything's not been doing work. Good. We're getting better. Gold. Oh, on infantry regiment. Oh, I already had all of those. Gold. Many of them. Gold. What's the other one? Oh no, it's the 1-4. Right. Nose to the stone. See whether we can get a little bit more success, because we've sort of... I think part of it's the art of the mulligan has not been going in our favour, but we've sort of staled off a little bit, which is a shame. So we don't really want to see the Junkers, the suppression. We'll keep the 32nd because it'll just spin to itself. kind of okay. So, well, we've got turn 1 filler. Turn 2 ramp. Turn 3 would just be filler push. Because we're just racing. I do want to be ramping though. I'd quite like to start activating the salamander to start nibbling away. Sturmy changes things a little bit. We've got enough bodies that we can just throw them at Sturmy. So they're going to blow you up. 2 credits, which honestly I'm happy to pay. But we don't need to anymore. Bounce? I think we just... Yep, start chipping away. Kind of want you to bring Sturmy off the back line so that we can just trade it out, but we're not in any rush. We can set up a fairly nice crossfire if you're obliging. So what we're largely thinking at the moment is that if our opponent pushes up one of the tanks, set up a remarkably good crossfire. If our opponent stays on the back line, they're not threatening us, so we have no reason to do anything. Either way on, we're doing fine. I was tempted to go straight for the flying bomb just to be ready, but I think honestly there's just so much likelihood that we're going to be able to set up a really crossfire. Or our opponent will set it up for us. The Lotta is a little inconvenient. Okay. A lot of body. So... single crossfire doesn't get us out. Can't double crossfire. So if we remove 4, they're left with 11, and that's where we have to start. So if we bounce this and chip and hope they have any kind of buff, we're dead, but mathematically there was nothing better we could do, and then next turn we can start looking at actually doing some damage. Hey, Django! No, we're dead. Fine. It's an interesting number of just good board presences. Oh, German player on turn 8 through turn 7, Alpenfish. Nice. Alpenfesting's great sometimes. Sometimes it really just delays the inevitable, though, which isn't so fantastic. We're kind of okay keeping War Machine and nothing else. Double War Machine's nice. No, 7.5 Fokker would be relatively hard to answer. What main are you on? US main? US fin, yeah. You can do some pretty cool stuff. Okay, so we can definitely start feeling like we actually get the real ramp going for a change. Good. Ooh. Just no. Not know anything in particular, just know in general. You're going to have to start doing some whacking me repeated. Ah, okay. I'll give you that one. Alright, Chief. Two-turn clock. Henschel into Henschel. This is going to be close. Six, seven? Mean. Unpredictable, but mean. Dig for an answer. I mean, they can only do 8. And they answer the Junkers twice? Let's find out. Obviously, can. But are you willing to delay yourself? You are. Okay. Not what we were looking for. Oh, that's not good. Right. So they've got two, so we have to sack everything to kill this. And we still don't kill it. Do we kill it? We don't kill it, but we have to hope for a miracle? Oh, come on. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, we lose. God damn it. Oh, Germany needs guards. It's maths. Card games and RNG. Yes, after a while you just become immune. War Machine's good. Thinning's good. Draw is good for turn 3, actually. Really an okay hand. Now we just have to play it well. Oh, good, calm. To be fair, you can answer it. Just a little bit slower than I want to. Gonna eat 6 damage before we do answer it, unless of course they've got another duty bound, in which case they're just gonna high roll us into the floor. Why did I have to say that out loud? You're gonna die in like 2 turns to calm duty bound high roll. Please run out of ridiculous top decks. Because it's getting silly. Than usual. This is 3? Yeah. Okay. What? Oh, good grief. Got to be kidding me. Alright, maths. I know I mentioned your name in vain, but really? Did you have to? You know that thing where you say something and then it just comes and slaps you in the face? Like, after a while you become relatively hard to tilt by sheer mathematics. Look! The ultimate high roll! Oh, the draws! That game hurt! It's fine. Not a problem. Don't want to see either of you. We'll keep the Arado and for freedom, because this is Japan, so we can probably assume that we'll get a chance to do something with it. At which point this turns out to be slow burn Japan control. No, Oh, Salamander's nice. Okay, so we've got decent body for trading. That's fine, so we can press this, buff this, trade it. That's a hench-erado. Arado hit the gym. Now it's dead. No, no, okay. Braver man than I. Goodbye to your board. Okay. That's just an easy. Oh, okay. I was going to say it's an easy trade, but you buffed it. That's fair. Dies. Just the one. So yeah, take the early one because we can see if we get crashing. Don't. Be nice to have gotten this Russian. As is, remove the threat. Start thinning the deck. We've got Eagle Day, we've got Junkers, we've got a Henschel. So turn 7's 8 damage to face, and there's not a lot they can do about it. Good grief, they played Pilot Escape. So tempted to just... Do we just slam the Junkers? Because there's next to nothing they can do about it. Oh no, they can surprise attack it to death. No, we don't do that. No, we'll just use Eagle Day to put Henschel on the board. And we can just nibble to death with Sally. That is a terrible Kyoto. Just doing this for the memes. Right, Eagle Day top deck. That has got to feel bad. Oh, nice. Yeah, mixed bag so far. It's not been terrible. We can drop Salamander. This is basically over. Been a mixed bag. We've recently encountered some truly insane high rolls. The last couple of games have actually made my head hurt with how high rolly our opponent got. And currently we're playing against Japan, Poland, and running Pilotis. For reasons. But I'm honestly enjoying Eagle Day way more than I thought I would, and it has been upgraded for from a question mark to an exclamation point. Because actually, it's really fun. It's a fun deck. It's quite thinky, which I appreciate, as you know. I don't like brain-free decks. And building it was an interesting experience. Still not sure it's the perfect build, but I like it. The mulligan's occasionally a bit of a brute, though. But I am glad that you are back. I'm also hoping your grandma is doing okay. But yeah, I'd say we've ruffled a few feathers, and we've definitely had a few really good results. We are seeing an inordinate amount of Germany and Japan, though, which is surprising literally no one. I am glad. I am deeply, deeply glad. It is... Looking after family is a thing. Well, we get the full set. Well, at least this time you're lining up on the right. You are just the odd one out, aren't you? You're really making me want to spend gold upgrading a card I don't use. I mean, I know I could just go and put the normal one in the deck, but that's effort too. Like, there's part of me that's just like, but they're not all the same. This one is different than the others. It's my fate. I assume you mean post-air superiority, or supremacy, I should say. And... Oh, God, I have to say, it's probably the Sove air deck. Like, just because it is so novel. I'm going to enjoy this moment more than I should. Just because it is so novel to have a really good Soviet air deck, and because I feel quite proud because I built it. Like, it was fun to come up with, and it's playing well. I still love my Britmain Air, don't get me wrong, but I am enjoying Soviet US Air surprising amount. And I'm glad to be away from playing huge amounts of Navy Bird, and that's about it, actually, for when I've been actually attempting to get anywhere or anything for a while. Navy Burn's been my go-to. Another Seahawk. Unfortunately for you, I'm Germany. So now you die. But yeah, the Sove main deck has been really good. There's some other stuff I'd like to play with. I sort of want to try a Finland ally air deck. But like, I really want to see if I can make Brit Finn work. But Baby Cobra, I've been looking forward to Little Cobra coming out for some time. Ever since I've known that we'd locked in what Little Cobra was going to be, and out with the old. I've been really excited to see what we could do with Sove Main. It's a bit of a weird one sometimes, though, I will say, from the testing point of view. I find, at least. I don't know how everybody else finds it, but for me, there are times at which I find it can be a bit weird, because it can have an expectation and then suddenly it's completely twisted. First strike. upon seeing the finalized one, it was just a moment of like Soviet air has finally arrived. Like, I can't talk about the previous iterations of the card, but just the concept of the card and a couple of the others was enough for me to go, we are actually going to see at least a tier 2 Soviet deck, and I was so here for that. It's going to annoy me, so and I need to empty my hand a little. But yeah, the first time I saw like the Soviet packages, what I knew was we were finally gonna actually push just a tight enough Soviet air package that we might see Soviet air see play, and I was very, very excited for that because I think it's been waiting to be a reality for quite some time. And it's just never quite made it. And then by the time we finalized Little Cobra, I was like, this is incredible. As opposed to Seahawk, which has endlessly been, well, people are going to find this fun. This is going to create some moment. Seahawk's text is really interesting because I think it's one of the... Hello, Seahawk. How the hell did I summon you? This is a weird one, by the way, that I... Wildcat is strange. It's alright, we'll keep drawing. But, no, like, Seahawk's text is one of the most interesting pieces of text that 1939 has been willing to play with. Because it is such a broadly imagined, applicable piece of text. Yeah, like, Soviet air's been, like, right on the cusp for a while. But to finally just look at it and go, yeah, alright, now Soviet air's actually going to do something. That was a lot. Keep drawing, because we need to find answers. I mean, you're not wrong in the sense that it's like Jasco. If someone went to Jasco and said, what do you think the apex of everything you ever wanted to be is? Because there's a degree to which oh, please be Crossfire. I'll take Capitulation. I will legitimately take Capitulation, right? Need to clear some hand space. Right. I'm in it for the draw, not for the damage before everyone looks at me like I've gone mad. Right. This is going to be a moment to savour, because our opponent is getting super, super excited right now about this massive fighter board that is certain death. Then we do this. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Oh, shoot me now. Okay, I need the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back. I don't have words. Alright, we're composed, we're fine, we're British. We are unflappable. My reputation is intact. But that was bordering on tilting, but yeah. Now we're gonna go back to playing a little bit more of my little baby. But yeah, actually, honestly, I've been like there've been ever since I've joined IT. There have been bits and bats that I've been proud of. I think air supremacy might be the thing I'm most proud to have been involved in, notwithstanding everything else that's going on. I know there's a lot going on in cards at the minute, but as an expansion, as a mini expansion, I was pretty proud of what came out the end of it, because I think it brought some really interesting stuff with it. Well, good luck. This is going to be interesting. Sure. Hellcat. Spicy. No. Okay. That's fine. We know where we're at. I can do that too. And you might get +1/+1. It's Bama. Love a game against Core. Really do. Very curious how you play this. Okay. Again, as expected, Core knows what he's doing. I want the draw. Alright, so few reasons we did what we... Okay, so we're gonna play Night Patrol and try and set ourselves up. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. No. So if we bounce here. Bomber can trade, but the bomber can only do so much. I do like the door start. Okay. Don't like that. That's suggestive. Yep, okay. What are you setting up for? Another Bama? I mean, that doesn't really help you because, well, unless you've got Blitz. I mean, you have to know that that thing's not going to be on the board. In all likelihood. Right? So you found... Okay. On. on. Oh boy. That was a very strong push, I suspect. Oh no, it wasn't Bama. Interesting. Cobra's okay. So we take all the face. Drop Cobra. Don't have strong answers. It matter, but we'll get the. Okay, guard's good, depending on what we top deck. Freedom lets you trade a fighter, which I kind of want to do. Doom. Have to, right? Has to trade the fighter. Otherwise, it's 7 damage to face that goes unanswered. Yeah, this is the right play, because... Colm's not helpful. So, face it is. Shaker. So, you can do 9. Interesting. Oh, nice. Very nice. Is going to be very close. So you have to trade out. Seahawk's been incredibly annoying. I'm empty-handed. So mathematically getting closer and closer. Oh, nice. Okay, that's not... enough. No, it's not. So you're going to have to trade. Must destroy one of these two. Oh, no, it's still... Ooh, 4, 12, 14. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so you must die. We're both top decking. That's not what I wanted, but it is emptying it out of my deck. Denying me the draw was annoying. Oh. Holy mother of... Oh, not good. Not good. Oh, that's very bad. Well, we're dead on board, so we have to draw. Damn it! God damn it! Yes, yes, it was. That was intense and fantastic and deeply enjoyable. Can't fault it. That was something. But I mean, that's what we're in it for, right? At least. So was I, to a certain extent. I thought I had you, but then you managed it. That's, again, Seahawk. Seahawk was huge because I couldn't find the answer. Such a strong card. I guess we keep one Striker. Rima was huge. But I'm with you all the way on that being an underrated card. Played at the right time. Yeah, I mean it's what I'm in it for. I think it's what most of us are in it for. Whether it's in person, or I mean digital, we're all in it for the same thing, which is those really intense moments of competition when you run into someone and you know you're in for a game, and then you get the game that you're waiting for. And I've been lucky enough to have had a few. I think we just go hard here because we can. Because if we get strike group off, this is kind of over. Because you can ramp all you like. Unless you're holding capitulation, and you're not, because you don't have Germany main. Alright, that was pretty impressive, I'll give you that. Do I bother? I don't think I do, because Cobra board next turn is win. But yeah, those are the games I'm in it for, whether in person or otherwise. The ones where you just comes right down to the wire. And they're just beautiful because you know the other person's concentrating the same way that you are, or at least you hope they are. Um, but yeah, I'm curious. What's other people's like? If you're gonna stealing. Oh, sweet. Well, let me know in a minute. I'll be wrapping shortly, so I will leap in, and I'll probably come join you once I've had a quick break. I'll come and hang out. Be great to have you back on. What's out of curiosity, stealing Sonny's question? What's been people's favourite card of the expansion? What's everybody looking at and going, this is has anyone got like their baby? Because I mean obviously I do. But no, I'm very happy to just shoot straight over to Sonny's stream. Because I'm about to be rapping anyway. Yeah, I mean it doesn't shock me. It's such we talked about it, didn't we? It's such a good just vanillally great card. Like, Fokker is such a... It legitimately is such a ridiculously simple thing, but it works so well. Do we just... No, we make it. I was toying with trying to do something clever. Yeah, well, we talked about it, didn't we, when we were doing the reviews. It's just, I think it's every classic card game consistency lovers kind of card. It's just a little package of joy in that it's just good. Right, do we just want to watch our opponent get really teed off? I will have free Seahawk to go with my Seahawk against your, generally speaking, only 1 or 2 attack unit. Okay. So... He's drop. Yeah, so we can just yak. Flame. Yeah, I'm gonna wish them a lot of luck. But yeah, like it is hard to argue with it as just such a beautiful little card. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. Pop cards are a thing. I have to say I do have a soft spot for Pound just because of how well targeted it was to what Brit Air needed in an otherwise fairly unfiring package, if I'm honest. Uh, Whirlwind looks like it should be good, and yet I've still not found a good use for it. That is a lot, a lot. Leclerc. Really is. That's a Laura Leclerc. Need to find me some rush. Tiger Cat I need to play with a little bit more. I need to spend some time playing with Tiger Cat. I think you are right. The Seahawk is probably going to go down as being the defining card of the expansion. Certainly, it's memorable. So, I mean, sure. You do you. Go find. Yeah, it's the question everybody's asking. Not 100% sure that we do. I mean, obviously, until said board moves forward, it's not that intimidating, but yeah, I mean, disconnected. No, I wouldn't want to win it that way. I don't think, even at my best, I can extricate my Ursine backside from the situation, I'm afraid. We are just dead. We are just dead. We can remove the 9. But the only way we win this is if they lose it. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. But the only way we're winning this is if they lose. They would have to make a catastrophic mistake. And that seems statistically unlikely. I love the way you think. Okay, so obviously. Well, we went down swinging. I mean, props to just playing Leclerc. Sonny, if you want to fire up the stream, I will play one last game and then come raid you. And the answer is, yeah, we don't. We just don't deal with that board at all. Because everybody wants to see a Red Sun stream. I mean, mostly by everybody, I mean me. I miss you, so it'll be good to see you streaming again. Right, let's see. One last wing. Try and make it a good one. We want the 1-drops, but we are not sending it cover back. It's Brit Air, so that's actually decent. See you shortly. Okay, that's fine. We'll just... Okay. I'm a bit baffled by that. So we've got the big tempo turn 3, followed by an even bigger tempo turn 4, if I'm completely honest. Having all 3 of these, well, having 3 of the 4 of these in hand is huge. Seahawk with a buff, no less. Okay. We can deal with that. It's fine. But you're down to 3, which is important because it means that Rush will remove you. Illustrious? The Cass. Okay. Get interesting. Get interesting very rapidly. So we have to do this into this. Because it's the strongest answer we have to their board. Another swordfish, another Cass? The Cass would be huge here. Yep, lets you survive. Is not nothing. However, different. Remove. What? What? Okay, fine. I don't. I'm going to assume, given the issues that I have with motor response, that the answer is yes. But I'm not loving it. I assume that was a motor response issue. I must have hit end turn somehow. Which is part of living with my brain. But, ouch. Unfun. Now I'm annoyed. Fine. I have to make a horrendous trade into the Spitfire. And we'll take 6 to the face in the process. Why would you do that? I was just... Yeah. So seen... Right. And then you go face. Okay. It's fine. We're going to punish what's in front of us. So you've only got 1 left. So you're... We have to clear this. It's not a problem. We can do. We can play calm. Now our opponent is chilling. Apart from the bit where they're not. Right. We've got a few answers in deck. Tiger Moth. Alright. Spicy. Hi. My name is... You hate me. In front of the number 9. Because wants to end the Hawk before it gets out of hand. Okay. Big strike group. We're going to need some help here. Right. Not ideal. Very not ideal. Could not have gone worse if we'd tried. Well, that's game. One misclick. Just one. It's all good, though. Alright, it's the usual deal. YouTube. Join the Discord, please. It's always good to have more people. And if you are able, any support, we are going to go raid Red Sun. Who is back? But we're going to go say hi. Was a blast, as always. Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourselves. Be good human beings. And I will catch all y'all next time over.